Hello there guys, and welcome to the day 10 update of the epic ride home. Apologies for the iffy lighting. This hotel room is a bit of a funky one, I have to admit. A real day of ups and downs today. Let's start with the ups, let's start with the good stuff. The good news is I'm reunited with the bike. I am back on the Scrambler, and I picked the bike up this morning in Salerno. Just about this morning, I had to trudge all the way across town with all of my luggage and all of the bags for the bike. I was hoping I might be able to leave them at the hotel, which turned out to be someone's private apartment that I rented for the night. I was hoping that I might be able to leave them at the British pub that I went back to for lunch, but by the time they opened at 11 o'clock and it was nearly 11:45 before I decided, nah, I'm just going to chin this one off, because there was nobody there apart from the cleaner, who didn't speak a single word of English. Probably not going to take too nicely to me just going and dumping all my bags saying, I'll be back in a bit, mate. But I have been reunited with the Scrambler. She is in Italy. She made it to Italy last night. She was unloaded and ready for me to collect this morning. And she has not sustained a single bit of damage as far as I can tell. I did give the bike a bloody good look over, but a combination of excitement to be reunited with the bike and determination to, I really need to get a wriggle on and try and get some mileage under my belt today. It's had a cursory glance rather than a full detailed once over. If I find any damage now, I've just got to assume that I've done it, because there ain't no comeback. So we've managed to get away from Salerno. I have taken the Amalfi Coast Road, which I'm really looking forward to showing you guys when I get round to editing all of these videos as complete footage, because that road is just utterly stunning and a real nice way for me to reintroduce myself to the Scrambler and bed myself back into motoring on two wheels. Didn't go all the way to Sorrento like I did in the hire car a couple of days ago. I cut short, just near Positano, turned off and went over the top of the mountains, which was also bloody spectacular. And by the time I'd got up to a little bit of altitude, the cool air breeze was very, very pleasant on my squidding skin. Yes, I have been in shorts and t-shirt for the day, and I've had my jacket wrapped around my tank bag using the shoulder strap, and it's worked. It's been lovely because it's been mid-30s here, and it's just too hot to get fully geared up. Simple as that. So, made it to Naples. I made it to the Ducati dealer in Naples, which turned out to be nothing more than a small area of workshop on the back of a BMW dealer. So not quite the full showroom that maybe I was hoping for or expecting, but nonetheless, rocked up, tried to explain in some Italian, some English, get my point across that basically I need a front tyre, can you help me? And the two lads in there were absolutely stellar. Many phone calls later, and in about 3 hours, the boys managed to find a tyre, have it delivered to the dealership, get me the tyre fitted, and have me on my way. They even gave the bike a cursory once over, including a bloody good lube of the chain and a little oil top up, because I thought I'd lost next to no oil when I had my little oil leak smoky breakdown in Egypt. But according to them, they pretty much spotted it straight away that I was running a little bit low on oil. So I've got a new front tyre, and I've got the bike, and I had a horrible feeling that the day was going to end with me not being able to achieve any more mileage than Naples. But because it doesn't get dark here till about 8:30, I got away at 7, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to try and get up the coast road, make my way through Naples, go and actually see the city, because the airport and the city itself are quite a way away from each other. So I'm saying I've been in Naples, I've kind of been on the outskirts by the airport. Nice to see the beautiful city of Naples. Quite rough, rugged streets. It's pretty much cobbled paving stones everywhere, including all the way through the roads that I ended up on, through the western side of the city, along the coast, past the docks, and then I've headed up the coast road towards Rome, and I've made about 35 kilometres outside of Naples, so I'm a decent chunk of mileage outside of the city. I won't have too far to go. It won't be too arduous to get to Florence, which is my destination for tomorrow. Florence is only an hour away from Bologna. I'm still hoping to make Bologna on Thursday for the Ducati Museum. Now on to the bad news. The little oil leak that I suffered in Egypt, in between Cairo and Alexandria, has returned. The guys, when I rocked up at the Ducati dealership, said that they could smell oil. I'm like, yeah, it's probably just some residual from a leak that I had in Egypt. I think there was clearly a bit of misunderstanding there, lost in translation, because I think they were actually talking about, no, we can smell oil, and I thought they were saying there was like evidence of an oil leak. I'm like, yeah, I know. When I've rocked up into my hotel tonight, I have rocked up in the same cloud of oily smoke that I had to pull over at the petrol station and stop and sort that out at the time in Egypt. So that's come loose again, that union's come loose, but it's fairly straightforward. I know exactly what I'm doing to sort it out. So I should hopefully, if I can get hold of a 19mm spanner from somewhere, that's going to be the first thing I'm going to have to try and find in the morning. There's a town, I think about 5 kilometres behind where I've just been. Second problem I've had today, I bought myself a Vodafone SIM card, a data-only SIM card, to allow me to do my uploads and not rely on hotel Wi-Fi, which I've been very, very grateful has been pretty good the last couple of nights, but I can't rely on it forever. And my own British SIM card, I've pretty much wiped out my month's allowance of 4G for that one. So rocked up, bought myself a Vodafone SIM card, which is not only locked, but I have managed to unlock it, but it's not bloody working at all. So I can't even say I got a paperweight, because this thing would blow away in a light breeze. So thank you very much, Vodafone, for selling me a Duff SIM card. Not a lot else to report, really. It's great to be back on the bike. It's great to be putting the mileage in. It's a pain that I'm going to have to sort out that oil leak, and it's a pain that I'm not going to be able to do much 4G uploading, or I'm probably going to smash through what's remaining of my British data allowance probably tomorrow or the next day. So we'll try and get that sorted. But Rome tomorrow, we're going to go through Rome. I'm going to try and get to a very, very, very special part of Rome, which, as I'm going that way, I might as well. If I get time, if it goes really, really well, I might try and go up the coast road towards Pisa, or what I might do is I might come inland and I might try and find some of the national park, more twisty turnies to try and get my front tyre bedded in. And like I say, the plan is to end up in Florence tomorrow, go out for a couple of drinks with a friend of mine, and I'm only an hour's ride away from Bologna on Thursday at that point. So cheers for tuning in, cheers for all the support, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon with more, hopefully, lots of good news rather than a mixture of up and down. Take it easy, guys. Ciao.